Released on the 18th of November 2022, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out to mixed reception, I think is the fairest way of putting that. I have been playing Violet again for just about. As a fan of the series who hasn't kept up with the games all that much, I feel it might be a good time to check them out again and see what all the fuss is about. Or should I say, just about. No, I should probably just say about. The story follows a character being a school kid, which in today's day and age is not my favorite thing. Just kind of sick of the child protagonist. At least have a character, maybe have one character, one game where the character's old enough to drink and drive. Maybe you meet the legendary, which we will talk about more in the gameplay section. This time around, you get to pick between 3 stories, and you can tackle them at your own pace, kind of. I mean, there's still like levels that you have, like if you're under leveled, you can't. It's much harder to do the thing that you want to do. The stories fall into 3 categories. Sort of the Path of Legend is your, the legendary Pokemon of the franchise, like, your legendary battles, I guess, with like, think kind of like Articuno and stuff like that. Then you have like your Team Rocket based one. I can't remember what it's called. God, I could have checked that out. But you kind of like your Team Rocket story, and your third one is your Champion's Road, where it's kind of like your victory road to become Pokemon Master, become the champion. The game makes more of a mountain out of what it really is, for like being able to choose your own adventure kind of thing. You can choose how you play the story, but ultimately it feels shallow, how it is all just connects up again. Still, I feel it was worth the 25 to 30 hour journey to the end. The ending was good. I liked the ending. But to say Pokemon stories are the huge highlight, it's not really fair. The story is your journey from being a young trainer to building your Pokemon, and the stories that you kind of create along the way. The story struggles from the same kind of being kind of the same story from Red, but the story's fine. It works. I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it. Gameplay is where the game shines for me. Building your party, catching and nurturing these monsters to see them grow and get stronger and see what they'll change into. Like, one of my favorite gaming moments is not knowing what Magikarp would grow into, and then seeing him become a Gyarados and he becoming like a huge part of the team. Love that sort of stuff. One of my favorite things in an RPG game is the grind as well. Like, I love grinding for levels and make your like basically all I want to do is make all my Pokemon One Punch Man, and it is a joy to me when you can just one punch everything. The big change for this one is it's open world. The legendaries this time around is used to use your transport. During the game, your legendary gains skills, such as like HMs were in previous games. So like you can surf, you can kind of fly, but it's a glide. It's cool. I mean, it's a cool way of getting around the fact of not having HMs be part of your team moves. The core gameplay of Pokemon is still good as ever. The open world adds a lot for me, like Breath of the Wild sort of stuff, Tears of the Kingdom, searching every nook and cranny for secrets. I love that sort of stuff. It really appeals to me. To me, it feels long overdue to only now have gone open world. Feels like, okay, congrats. That said, something really drags the game down is the terrorizing. It's kind of cool. Like, it's kind of a cool idea that you can change the type of your Pokemon mid battle, but the hats are stupid. It looks stupid. I hate it. It's overall it feels overall pointless to me. I wish they just kept it simple, right? Like, I like the system from Pokemon Red. Like, it works fine. It works perfectly well. Maybe bring back Mega Evolutions. Mega Evolutions were cool. But other than that, just keep it simple. One thing I wish that they brought back from Pokemon Arceus was the stealth mechanics for being able to get maybe a higher catch rate. Um, if you catch a Pokemon unawares, maybe having a higher chance of just being able to catch them without having to battle would have been cool. I get it. It keeps the capturing exciting, but I loved it in the previous game, and I'm sad it didn't make the jump. Probably the worst aspect of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the presentation. Pokemon look great and animated well, but humans don't fare as well. With a few exceptions, characters just feel soulless to me. There just isn't that depth there, which I get it's not the main focus of a Pokemon game, but it just over time started to bug me. Pokemon Violet and Scarlet's visuals are nice when you're standing still and when your Pokemon are standing still, but off in the distance, it, it runs into problems. Motion, like a lot, it just sometimes Pokemon feels like it drops to 2 frames per second. I have heard stories of really bad crashes and a lot of save data being corrupted. Personally, I have been lucky. I have had maybe one crash I played way later, so was probably patched up the wazoo, but seems to run fairly well. Nintendo Switch is showing its age, and games like Pokemon and Tears of the Kingdom are suffering for it. I'm not a huge graphics and performance person, but it is really showing the need for the new console. Online seems to work well. I'm not a big online guy, but I had fun with it. It doesn't run as fast as like single player stuff, which is fair enough. It's not using a connection, but I had fun. I had the surprise trade. I love that. The risk of sending something good in return for getting something better or getting something worse. I have got my fair share of Mr. Mines. Thanks for that. Why would you do this to me? But I have got some. I've got a shiny in the past, which was hugely appreciated, and I don't think I gave them something worth it. But thanks for that. I guess. Whoever, if I wish I remembered your name. Raids work well. I'm just not. I just don't see the need for them. I would much rather prefer to catch a powerful Pokemon offline rather than have to catch them with an online raid. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is a fun RPG with a great party system, battles, and exploration, held back by hardware and a still formula. Still, I had a lot of fun with it. I liked my time with it. Since Nintendo will probably never re-release Pokemon Red anytime soon, I guess this is the next best thing. Thank you for watching.